Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super tough.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Out to the flat for Hyde. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They go with Chubb on second down. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They pitch it out to Hyde, and he stopped immediately there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Tech McKinley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and long for Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Landry. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. About 3 yards there to the 27.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Going up top. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, express! Look out!
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Here we go now.
They pitch it to Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! All right, now, look at this.
Mayfield now from the 50. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A toss play to Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run by Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's caught. Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Larry Ogunjobi continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So that one will be accepted. A give. This is Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Green,
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mayfield to throw it. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call him your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just pick that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. They go play action here on first down. This complete to Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. He's going to air one out. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 46 yards. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will get him one closer. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And again, it's Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on a turnover. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Being chased out left. And finding the tight end Hooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He completes it to Jones. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Hey, Tuesday.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Please.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Deidron Sinnott.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Set. Green 39.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Falcons going to use another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 26 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, Tuesday.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to